Good afternoon, class. This is Mrs. Shine. I wanted to record this video for you all because I'm trying to work every semester to provide resources that I feel like would be helpful to you all navigating through Blackboard, regardless if you are a brand new student to Augusta Tech or um, if you are a returning student and very familiar with Blackboard. Blackboard is pretty standard, but each professor, each instructor may have their class set up a little bit differently. So I thought, what's a better way to kind of get this message across to your students that you will not be seeing face to face. So I'll do a quick tutorial of just kind of some areas that may be very helpful to you your first week and for the remaining 15 weeks in this course. So just stick with me. Hopefully my computer or internet more so won't lag too much because I really want you all to get this. So the screen that you're seeing is the Augusta Tech homepage. I always tell students, when in doubt, you can get to Blackboard here. So you see me here now navigating to Blackboard. But before I get into Blackboard, I always have students contact me before the semester begins. And most times this is a new student. They're unaware of what's the book, what's the textbook, which is a normal answer before the beginning of the semester begins. A lot of times, because we've kind of had to remove the new student orientation, students are not privy to that information. They may get that information, when they're registering for class or whatever. They may not, or just, it could be an overwhelming amount of information that you receive. But I wanted to show you all where you go to look up your books, and you can look up your textbooks for any of your classes here. So easiest way to find it is by clicking on students here at the top, and what you'll do there is, no, that was about us. All right, students, there we go. You click on students. This is student resources. This is what should pop up. So how to get to the campus bookstore or get your textbooks is by clicking on campus store. It gives you the campus store kind of business hours, any updates that they have there. Most importantly, here is where you will find the information for your textbook. So right here it says search for textbook information. All right. So click on this button here, and this is what you'll see. You locate your textbook by the subject or by the course kind of acronym for the course name. Well, not necessarily the acronym because it's not an acronym for all, but you get my drift. All right, so here we'll scroll to psychology. We'll click on that. It's going to bring up the textbook for all psychology courses, okay? So you see Psych 1010 here. You're going to have 3 different options for all your psychology textbooks. That's what should be reflecting, because I am the department chair for social and behavioral sciences. So any textbook information that is provided to the bookstore to provide to students comes directly from me. So it shouldn't be any variation here. It should be exactly what I think should be here. So it should break it down into Psych 1010, which is your basic psychology, which is typically for students that are in a certificate or diploma program or something of that nature. Great programs. And then it'll break it down next into psychology. Same thing, option 1, option 2, option 3. Introductory psychology, this is for students that are typically in a degree program. Okay, and then you'll have lastly your Psych 2103, lifespan and development. This is typically for our degree programs as well, but I see more so nursing students that take this class a lot, or students that just find themselves after taking Ms. Shine, and Ms. Shine was so awesome that I want to continue to learn about psychology some more. So they take this. All right. So it should break it down into those 3 psychologies. Okay. So first up for Psych 1010, because I'm going to send this out to every class, and I teach all 3. The 3 options, it's going to be broken down like this. All right. $98.75 ISBN here, edition 8. This is the loose leaf version. So the loose leaf version is basically the version of the book that's not binded, and you can just put it in a binder. It also comes packaged with the Launchpad 6-month access code or card, as they have here. You need that card. You absolutely need that card for my class. If you don't have that access card, access code for my class, you will not be able to do any assignment. You will not pass my class without having access to this, okay? And I say you won't pass my class. You may look at the weighted total of the assignments and you may say, hey, well, the weight of the assignments isn't the majority weight of the class. That's true. I just don't know how successful. I haven't found any student that has been successful in the last 9 years that I've been at Augusta Technical College, and the last 15 years that I've been teaching or been in higher education altogether, that has been successful without having one component of the course. But hey, to each his own, okay? You just will accrue about 50 to 58 zeros. So take it as you will. All right. Do not throw away that Launchpad access code. And I will discuss with you where you'll use this code in just a second once I get into your course. All my courses are set up exactly the same. All right. So to apply, even if I'm going into a Psych 1101 course and kind of giving you all an example, wherever I'm going, it will be in that same place in your course, whether you're in Psych 1010, Psych 1101, or Psych 2103. So you shouldn't get lost, okay? If you say, hey, I found the code or I found the loose leaf version on a different website and it is less than $98.75 and it comes with the loose leaf book and it comes with a 6-month access card or code, I say go for it. That's your business, okay? I will say do not purchase this from someone used, because that person's Launchpad access code is linked to them and to their Augusta Tech email only, okay? And I'll talk about being linked to their email only in just a short minute. So you can't purchase that from them. You can't change that, okay? So don't do that for my class. Now, you have some instructors that, of course, they use these textbooks, but they don't use Launchpad. You can buy a used book in their class, but if you're listening to this message, then you're in my class. If you want to switch, and get to, and register for an instructor that is not necessarily using this, you have the first 3 days to make any adjustments to your schedule. I'm not trying to push you out of my class by any means. I would love for you to stay, but I want you to know your options, okay? Because we're all in different financial situations, okay? All right, option 2. This is the binded book, okay? And it is the binded psychology textbook. It is also packaged with 6-month access code that you need for your assignments. ISBN number, 8th edition, the price, $215.50. All right. I would say if you don't have to have, and it is a paperback version of the book, if you don't have to have the binded physical version, but yet you still want a component, the book, but you're okay with it being loose leaf, if you can put it in the binder and you can kind of flip the pages and touch the pages and make highlights, I would go with the loose leaf version. But if you just absolutely just need it, for whatever reason, then that's the price you'll pay, okay? Lastly, we have option 3. This is just the code itself. But when I'm saying just the code itself, you don't just get access to your assignments, your weekly assignments. You also get access to the ebook for 6 months, okay? And you get that with each version. Access code, access card, that's going to give you access to the ebook for 6 months, regardless of which option you choose. But if you're a student, and a lot of my, I won't say younger, but it's the truth, my younger students or very tech savvy students, they don't care about not having a book. If I were to flip my computer, you would see a whole desk full of books. I'm old school. I like to have a book that I can read, that I can touch the pages and highlight something, write something in the book that it prompted me to, you know, have this thought or whatever. That's why I like having a book. But that's just me. If you don't need that, you don't need the frills of all of that, get the code, okay? And that's the same option. You're going to have those same option 1, option 2, option 3 for every psychology course. So it's just telling you the same thing for option 1 for Psych 1101. Loosely, 9875, gives you the ISBN, the edition, 1 for the binder, access. This is the paperback, $215.50. This is the access code, $79.50. Same thing, 2103. It's the same exact option 1, option 2, option 3 of what I just kind of went over for Psych 1010. So that's the first thing that I wanted to go over with you all. So now you have that little tidbit, and you can kind of use that moving forward as you stay here at Augusta Tech until you matriculate to another college, university, or technical school. You'll know where to find this information. All right, while we're back here, don't leave off of the page totally, because I want to show you all something else. Well, let's go back one more. All right, there we go. So let's get back to the page, the campus store page. Here I want to show you one last thing. Where are you? Oh, here it is. All right, get your Office 365 here, basically using your smart web, email, and password to your login. This is very, very helpful to you all, because this is giving you Office 365. Of course, it would pop up with my sons. Sorry. This is my youngest son information here. But what should happen in a perfect world is when you click on that, and I'll show you. I can show you in a perfect world what that looks like. This is 5 students free. Okay, but go to the link just like I showed you, because it won't show up like that for you all, because my youngest son obviously was on my computer, because he continues to break his laptops. All right, let's see here. Oh goodness, I don't like that. Okay, Office 365 students free. All right, this is what will pop up. Okay, I'm going to flip back really quick. When you click on this right here, you'll get this. Okay, and all you'll do is put in your Augusta Tech email, and you'll put that in. It'll say get started. It'll have you sign up an account, and then what it'll do is send you an email to your Augusta Tech email to basically verify you are actually a student, and you get all the applications that are part of Office 365 for free. They have not said that there is a cutoff date, so this is a pretty good deal. I think as long as your email is valid, then you're good to go. So you get Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Microsoft Teams, and some additional classroom tools. And the reason why I bring this up is sometimes students will say, well, I can't get this to you because I don't have Microsoft Word or Office 365 or something of that nature. And I say, yes, you can, because it is free. And so my advice to you is go ahead and get signed up for this within your first week, because if I'm requesting something from you, saying that you don't have the money for it, saying that you don't have it or have access to it on your computer, is not a valid excuse. It won't work. And so this is helpful because now you know. Okay. And if you already have one that came on your computer or your laptop, your desktop, and it's probably maybe a 1-year membership or something that they gave you for free, hey, after it expires, set this up. Or you probably can set it up before it expires. I don't know how it'll work with your computer, but either way, that's what you have. All right, moving on. Let's go to Blackboard. I could have just clicked on that, but I didn't. All right, so clicking here, Blackboard. Now, let me log out. I'm going to log back in. All right. I'll now log out. There we go. All right, so when you clicked on Blackboard, this is what you should see, okay? So you will log in with your username and your password. This information should be the same that you use for your SmartWeb unless you've changed it, okay? And so when you log into your Blackboard, you should find your courses, all the courses that you are enrolled in that are either online, hybrid, or web enhanced. If you are in a course that is strictly lecture, you won't see that course visible here. So don't freak out. If it's just a strictly lecture course, it won't be listed here. This is for only professors, instructors, and students that are using, I've had to do 1,000 things for my grandmother, so sorry, this email is popping up. All right, so don't freak out if you don't see your lecture class on there. As long as you see it on your student schedule, you're just fine. This is only people that will be using Blackboard to some extent, okay? So, for example, I will click on Psych 1010 because, like I said, no matter if you are taking me for Psych 1010, Psych 1101, Psych 2103, it doesn't matter. Your course information will literally be in the same place. But I will just try to navigate through this for you all.